Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Quinta Monica Morencia from Economic Education Padang State University. So today I will try to explain about development prediction technique for assignment development planning. Okay, for today I will try to explain 6 subtopics. The first is trend prediction technique. Number 2 is cause and effect prediction technique. Number 3 is moving average technique. Number 4, decomposition prediction technique. Number 5 is ARMA prediction technique. Number 6 is Harrod-Domar economic growth prediction technique. Okay. For the first is trend prediction technique. Okay. For trend prediction technique, prediction using the trend regression technique are based on the point of the view. The future forecast will be largely determined by conditions and realities that occur in that past. Okay. In trend prediction technique, is using the trend regression technique are based on the point of view that future forecasts that will be largely determined by conditions and realities that occur in the past. If past facts show that the development of an aspect of development is quite fast, future prediction will also show development with almost same tendency. Trend prediction technique can be done in two forms. The first is prediction the linear trend. If the distribution of the data turns out to be spread in the form of a straight line. Number 2 is nonlinear trend prediction. It is if the opposite happens, that is, the data used turn out to be distributed in the form of a non-straight line distribution of the distribution of the data that can be done by making a graph by the distribution of the data or by comparing the statistical test of the result of the two types of trend regression. In general, prediction with this trend technique can be reached in two stages. The first stage is to estimate the coefficient using the regression technique. After the assessment, it is necessary to first know whether the result of the regression estimation can be used by looking at the level of significance of the statistical best result. There are at least three types of statistical tests that are commonly used. Namely, first is the statistic, F-statistic, and coefficient of determination. Number 2, the second stage is to make prediction or prediction for the future according to the desired number of time period in planning, where 1 year, 5 years for RPJM prediction, or 20 years for RPJP. Okay, the number 2 is cause and effect prediction technique. To overcome the weakness found in trend prediction technique, other prediction techniques have emerged, which are based on cause and effect relationship in function. In this case, future predictions are based on cause and effect relationship that occur in the past. Thus, the factor that used as the main basis for prediction is no longer only time, but by various variables that are closely related to the element to be predicted. To be able to make prediction with the cause and effect model, it is also necessary to make a projection of the value of each independent variable during the prediction period. The projection technique can be used in the form of linear or linear trend regression. Using the result of this independent variable projection, prediction for at least next 3 years can be made by entering the estimate trend value into the obtained regression equation. As with trend regression prediction, the quality of the prediction result will be largely determined how far the prediction is likely to contain error. However, the weakness of prediction using trend and causal regression technique is when the data used turn out to be very highly fluctuating and irregular, as happened in the 1997 until 1999 in Indonesian economic crisis. In this case, it's very likely that the prediction result will be far from the real situation or condition that occurs lately, because prediction using the trend method are based on the slope of the regression line, which is many lead to overestimation. Therefore, this prediction should be used if the fluctuation in the data to be used are not too large and are stable. In addition, for this causal method, this is necessary to pay attention to the emergence of serial correlation, multicollinearity, and heteroscedasticity problem to get good estimation and prediction result. These three problems should not arise. This is known as BLEU or best linear unibias estimation. However, the multicollinearity problem is very difficult to avoid because the economic variables are actually impossible to be completely independent. So the presence of the multicollinearity problem is still acceptable if the correlation level is not too large. Number 3 is moving average prediction technique. In this trend prediction technique and cause and effect model cannot provide convincing result. Other technique can also be used, namely the moving average method. This technique is commonly used when the fluctuation of data over time is high enough, so that the use of the trend method is less able to use logical result and trends to be unstable. Therefore, an alternative prediction technique is needed that is more in line with the existing data condition, namely the moving average prediction technique. This prediction is based on the average value of several years ago, when then move forward to make prediction for the next time period. The average value can be done for a period of 3 or 5 years, depending on the level of value that is expected to occur. A prediction result using the technique will tend to be lower and more stable than trend prediction technique based on past growth rate. However, the weakness of this technique is that this method provides the same average weight in calculating the average value for each observation. Meanwhile, the reality shows that the data for the last few years will determine the predictive value in the future. To overcome this weakness, a better technique emerges called exponential smoothing. Okay, number 4 is the composition prediction technique. The facts show that in making prediction using the trend method, in the long term, the data often used contain quite large seasonal variation and cyclical fluctuation. In addition, seasonal variation Number 4 is the composition prediction technique. The facts show that in the making prediction using the trend method or time series, in the long term, the data often used contain quite large seasonal variation and cyclical fluctuation. In addition, seasonal variation and cyclical fluctuation occur repeatedly with a certain period of time. Therefore, in making a more precision prediction, these two elements is variation and fluctuation need to be considered explicitly in the model to be used. Prediction model that can explicitly include aspects of seasonal variation and cyclical fluctuation are the decomposition method as described in Makridakis and Well, right, in 1978 and Gaynor and Kirkpatrick in 1994. Okay, number 5 is ARMA prediction technique. The term of ARMA stands of two statistical methods, namely autoregressive moving average. The autoregressive or autoregressive or AR method is basically the same as the trend method or time series, where the prediction based on the growth rate or slope of the regression line. However, there is a slight difference. Namely, the autoregressive model does not formulate an equation with a function of time, but in the form of equation by using a time lag for each data. And the last is Harrod-Domar economic growth technique. The main determinant of economic growth are investment, or I, and the technology used by carrying out production activities. The type of technology used is reflected in the I-core or incremental capital output between output ratio. A coefficient value use the region or country concerned. Following the formula as summarized by Todaro in 2000, the Harrod-Domar model can be concluded that a stable growth rate or warranted rate of growth can be determined by the following formula: is y divided by y equal with s divided with k. The calculation of the stable growth rate implies that if the realized growth rate is below this level due to limited investment funds, it is likely that the unemployment rate will increase. This is because the additional job opportunities driven by economic growth are not expected to keep pace with the growth of the number of job seekers. On the other hand, if the realized growth rate is greater, the government must be prepared to face the possibility of an increase in the inflation rate. This has happened because the increase in the money supply driven by increased investment could not keep with the relatively low production growth. This technique of predicting economic growth and investment need based on the Harrod-Domar model contains weakness because of investment is considered the only determinant of economic growth, whereas labor is also another variable that influences the economic growth of a country or region. Okay, maybe that's all my explanation about the prediction theory. Okay, maybe that's all. I'm sorry for my mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.